So clavicular just has ruined the looksmaxing community. What is going on, guys? My name is Koshmar and today I am going to talk about how clavicular or clav just has officially ruined the looksmaxing community. So basically this guy is like a looksmaxing self-improvement YouTuber, and basically is really famous for being this troglodyte, basically like, you know, saying the N-word and doing unhinged stuff. Before we get into the video, I wanted to say just a little bit of thanks for the support that you guys gave me on the previous video, which was basically like the 9/11 for the unemployed. It got 1.3k views and I got like 16 subscribers. That is actually crazy. If you can subscribe from this video as well, I'm trying to hit 300. That would be amazing. Also, the king, the president, the mayor of the unemployment, WestJet, has commented on my video. Anyways, let's get right into the video.
Gonna be infertile? Do you worry about like having children?
So right now I am infertile, but I'm not able to have a kid right now. But if I wanted to, there's a protocol I can put in place to be.
So in case you don't know what infertile means, it basically is that you cannot procreate as a man or a woman. So basically no baby making sessions for you.
Be immediately good again.
Wait, why are you infertile right now?
So it's just like a negative feedback loop when you're you know, not needing to produce testosterone anymore because your body realizes, okay, we're getting it from an exogenous
So you're not producing
source.
any testosterone naturally?
No.
Wow, okay, so basically what that means is that he doesn't have the natural production of the hormone called testosterone, which is essentially for, like, very essential for men to like create babies and, you know, be strong and whatnot. So he has to supplement it from, you know, the
None?
No.
Oh, I'm not taking TRT, bro.
Well, how do you think it works? You just don't, your body realizes we're at a certain level we don't need it anymore, so it stops producing it.
So how do you fix that? How do you have kids?
You just take something that, you know, signals your brain to restart the production. You stop taking the testosterone, your levels start to diminish. You know, you agonize the receptors, and then your body just starts producing it again.
That's crazy. Like, why do you have to take looksmaxing that level that you have to like take, you know, growth hormone and whatnot, like syringes into your bloodstream just to like get a slight edge over your competitors? That's crazy.
People done that before?
Yeah, dude, like the chance of, you know, being completely infertile is like 1 in like 100,000.
You should freeze some sperm.
You've got to do that before you make the commitment.
Right, but next time, like, unless you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, you could do that,
reset.
but dude, like the odds of, you know, going permanently infertile are so egregiously low that it's not really.
Okay.
What the fuck? So basically what he essentially stated, he has done a lot of drugs. I'm not just talking about performance enhancing drugs. I'm also talking about, you know, the the good stuff, basically the booger sugar, the thing that you put up your nose. And on top of that, PEDs or TRT. What that means is that you put certain things into your body that enhances your natural T level production. But on top of that, it not only enhances it, but it also makes it worsen. But because you don't produce it naturally anymore, you have to like rely on those you know. And so what, essentially speaking, my point is that these people such as Clav have ruined the self-improvement and looksmaxing community. It just brings a bad image to it. Why is that? Because it essentially started as this little like niche community, which is like, you know, it was like a reaction, like a reaction to societal standards, which is, you know, that people or females in general looked at male gaze differently, because it was like they thought that sexual appeal was about a man's chiseled jawline and strength and whatnot and virility. And so a lot of people started this niche community called looksmaxing. And so what started out as something very, very small and minuscule, such as like putting ice on your face, maybe like one of those skin peels that basically you peel it off and you become more clear skin. I suppose you have more clear skin. What started out as that has turned out to people like doing weird and unhinged things just to like achieve that, you know, that look, which is like going to Turkey to get that hair transplant for a straighter hairline, basically doing drugs to like lose weight, getting jaw surgery, getting a lot of surgeries basically, which just proves that how insecure these people have gotten. Because okay, I'll just give you an example. I have been into this self-improvement and looksmaxing community. I have started to, like, you know, basically looksmax and bring myself to a higher value. But I can reassure you, I have done all of this naturally. Like, you can check my YouTube videos. My first ever YouTube video, I looked like a troglodyte at 16 or whatever I was, 16, 17. I can attest myself to to being in this community. But I can reassure you, you don't have to do this. This is like next level insecurity, and I feel like these people bring a very bad reputation to the looksmaxing community. Because when you say, oh, I'm part of the looksmaxing community, people will automatically ensure or think that you're like a troglodyte, you're just like a weirdo, you know. Clavicular also has met up with controversial figures such as Coffin. I've actually made a video about Coffin, you know, meeting up with the Gypsy Crusader guy, Tom Miller, is that Tom Paul Miller? I don't remember his name. And he's a very controversial figure because he makes these weird overreactive streams where it's like he basically like tried to curses you and stuff. Clavicular explains why you should never apologize to libs on Twitter for saying the N-word. Actually, it's libtard. Okay, let's watch this shit, bro. I swear I'm so unemployed. Even though I'm employed, it doesn't make any sense.
I said the N-word in a rap song? What are you doing? You're giving all the on Twitter. It's like an admission of guilt. I did something wrong by saying a word while I'm singing. It's like, nigga, give me a break.
Good point actually, but like, what the fuck? Like, what is self-improvement even about? Or like looksmaxing, or both, technically speaking. And also, Nick Fuentes has made a collab with Clavicular, in case you don't know, which was when Coffin was also in it.
And you might have seen that I was in LA. I was with the TikTok Looksmax or Clavicular, and we did a live stream on Kick. We did some TikToks. It was a lot of fun. And we talked all about looksmaxing. And honestly, I don't know how much I buy into all that. And we hung out a little bit throughout the weekend, and we did this stream. And he's telling me about how he's on all these protocols, and they're pushing steroids and surgeries, and I said, hey, man, that's a little too much for me. You know, I go into the gym. Like, let's start with that. I can't even go to the gym because it hurts. Now you're telling me I got to take steroids? I won't even get a surgery.
Yeah.
Deviated septum. I'm going to now get a double jaw surgery.
It's crazy, man.
Surgery.
Exactly. Like,
I'm like,
this is like weird. It's like, this is something I also point out. It's like, when I actually do looksmaxing on myself, like I just did right now, sometimes it's just like, it feels like I'm trying to put on a fake mask just to get the approval of other people. Because remember, true love comes from within, from self-acceptance, from realizing that sometimes you're just trying to push for perfectionism, which isn't really ideal considering that only Jesus Christ was the perfect man ever. You cannot be perfect, I'm sorry. You will have something always, some little angles, some backshots, bullcrap here that is gonna be a little bit misfixated, and it's just, you're not gonna be perfect. So when I see these people trying to like looksmaxing guy, and they just like shoot themselves and snort things, that's just weird. You're ruining the image of looksmaxing.
like, you know what? I'm happy as an incel. That's how I was born. That's how I live. And I've accepted it. That is my lot in life. Those that will have shall have more. And those that have nothing, even what little they have in the way of Stacy's, will be taken from them. by the genetically superior males, by the Chads. I've accepted it. I can live with that.
What the fuck?
I don't want to go to the doctor. I don't even go to the dentist. And we're going to have double jaw surgery, leg extension. They're going to break my legs and make them longer. I don't know about them.
That is true, actually. A lot of people get femur lengthening surgery that makes them literally not be able to walk for like 3 years or something, or like a year, just to get like what, 5 inches taller, maybe 6 or 7 inches
all that. I'm not some kind of Frankenstein's monster. I'm already a freak. Anyway, so we had a fun live stream, and it was good meeting him. Those guys are pretty chill, and they're pretty right-wing. So TikTok loved it. It got a lot of views on TikTok. I did some of the, we did some stupid memes. We did some of the cookie-verse content, and TikTok loved it. One of our TikToks got 500,000 views. A couple more got close to that.
based.
And the comments were all positive. X did not like it.
Okay, yeah, well, X doesn't like anything, you know. Twitter is just basically like filled with like low IQ subhuman troglodytes or like bots. But yeah, my point is basically that these people have brought a weird reputation to like looksmaxing and self-improvement in general. I mean, have you remember that FitX Fearless guy basically saying that if you don't have 9 inches, you're basically a nobody? It's like, bro, I don't think that every single girl wants literally a horse's meat inside their fucking tunnel, you know what I mean? It's just weird that if you're not this, that if you're not that, if you don't have a jawline like this long, you're basically nobody. It's just so weird, man. You gotta accept yourself and love yourself, because you have to realize at the end of the day, only Jesus Christ can be the most perfect man ever. Anyways, man, what do you think? Was this video also like the 9/11 for the unemployed? Do you think that people like Clavicular ruin the self-improvement community? Or do you think I'm just an insecure troglodyte incel that cannot pull the Latina baddies? Let me know in the comments. Also, thank you so much for the support in the previous video, man. I felt a tingling sensation in my pubes. I'm telling you, like my nuts were actually like jiggling from the joy. It was actually so crazy. If you can sub from this video as well, that would be amazing. Thank you so much though. I don't know, have an amazing day. I'm gonna do like the cake. Also, I might actually create a new profile picture design. You know, I'm just gonna put my face on it because the current one feels like a weird troglodyte design. But yeah, it was a low effort design, so I'm gonna try something else. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Also sub and like, and let me know your opinion. Peace.